I'm going to show you the inside of the Vachette Volt. So got this interesting, really nice key, really heavy lock. So I started to gut it, and everything got stuck. So I kind of ended up with a situation where I had to do the necessary thing to get the pins out, and I only lost 2 springs, so I'm not incredibly upset. But yeah, I'm gonna have to grub this and see whether or not I can make it work again. The interesting thing about this guy is that this plug actually doesn't fit properly, so it has to be forced in. That was an interesting thing for me. What actually got stuck is the last spool hit this right here, and I mean it may or may not have been at an angle, but it certainly wasn't lifting from there. It may have not been that. It may have been that as I was turning, everything got stuck in here, or pardon me, in here. Um, Double check that guy actually. Let's see if he fits in there. So fits just enough where it'd be because there's overmilling here that yeah, he would get stuck. Um, so the weird thing there is you would have to move the lock just the slightest bit. Maybe even been into these holes. As a matter of fact, I'm fairly certain that it was those holes. Let me double check these. So these are overmilled as well. Yep, so that would do it. I don't know about the spacing, but one of them or all of them did get stuck in there. The interesting thing here is that this is the correct spacing for this lock. And so there's nothing going on here. Like, we've got no overmilling, we've got nothing. It's just straight up and down, good to go. Then you turn to the side and you got overmilling here like crazy. And you got overmilling here like crazy. So I'm guessing that this is more than likely another core. So this might be like the NT radial core. Like, this plug might just be universal, especially when you look inside and you see that there's spots for, like, basically for multiple sidebars. So a lot of things could be happening inside of these pieces. What was really interesting, I'm going to bring the whole plate up and then I'll show the individual pins, but you'll see that these pins, they do a very strange method of torpedoes. And then you've got the spools. So the spools, they actually fit just right into that overmilling. But these torpedoes, these guys look crazy compared to the typical torpedoes that I see. And I think there's some additional lines and stuff on some of the other ones. But yeah, first 3 are standard, next 3 are spools, and then we've got these weird torpedoes, and then you have that weird trap for gutting. All in all, I mean, once I finally get around to picking this, it's probably not going to amount to a whole big specialty, lock. Oop, that's a bummer. I'll have to figure that one out. But it was an interesting, I picked it and then tried to gut it and absolutely flubbed that. So I'm going to have to try to get it on video and see whether or not I can get a what might end up being the first live pick of this, because or first recorded pick, because I have not found it online at all. I was trying to figure out what's going on inside of here so I could kind of have some inside knowledge, and there was nothing. There was nobody online with a video that I could find. So I'm going to keep searching for it, and I don't know, I'll get this recorded after I get this plug back in and get this guy grubbed. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting pick whenever it does happen. All right, thanks for watching.